Alright, Lolita, shout out to you. I recently had a reading on my asteroids with Lolita Caroli. Tagging you. I'm sure you won't watch the whole video, but just felt like talking about this on top, because it's whatever, but I watched her latest video about the rave race, and she was talking to somebody that was connected to, is it the fucking fuck, should have thought about this more. I never think about shit when I'm actually doing videos, but what's it called, the fucking shit where they connect astrology with numerology and all that fucking bullshit. And it's like, I never got into that shit because it's just like way too much. It's like, okay, I love astrology and numerology, but yeah, I can't, yeah, fuck you. What's it called? God damn it. I know I'm a generator or some bullshit, but it's whatever. Just watch Lolita's latest video. You'll get it. But, I really hate that you're using the term rave race, because I'm a fucking candy raver from the early 2000s. Like, why do you have to call them the rave race? I'm like, I'm a fucking raver, man. But it's whatever. It's, what you call them. But, I had my reading with her, and, I know my, natal chart really well, so it'd be redundant to do a natal chart. So I had her do my asteroid chart, and it just further cements in my mind why I'm so fucking weird. Because, yeah, y'all, I'm fucking weird, and I ain't like most people. Like, fuck these people. But, I gotta give mad respect to Lolita. Like, no, I don't agree with everything she says. But do you have to agree with everything a person says to have respect for them? No. And isn't that the purpose? To free thought and, just thinking for yourself and having your own ideas is listening to other people's, perspectives and having your own, you know, your own thoughts on what something can be. So that's like, I don't agree with everything, but I don't have to. I just have to appreciate that somebody is talking about something that the fucking mindless drones are trying to push you towards, and I'm like, fuck that. Nah, ain't happening. No. Mm-mm. And, in our session, I did mention some things, like, I mentioned, my Kundalini awakening, and she's like, oh, snake energy. Still not sure about the fucking evil snakes. So I'm not gonna comment on that. But what came up was a lot of why I feel so fucking weird and why I'm so just fucking honest and like no bullshit, and people just can't seem to fucking understand that about me. And it's cool. People, like, it's cool. Like, I'm just not everybody's cup of tea, and I get it. But she talked about, this new generation of beings called the rave race, and they seem like they're autistic, which for a while I thought maybe I'm autistic because I'm just fucking weird. But no, in our reading, uh, see, there's such a big difference in Western astrology and Vedic that I'm just like, I don't know which one to go with. But, in Vedic, I had a reading which was just the bare bones basic. And she told me I was draconian, while Lolita told me I'm, what was it? Some sort of fucking cat race. And I'm like, yeah, that's totally fucking me. Yeah, like a sneaky fucking ninja fucking warrior race. I'm like, yeah, that's totally me. Like, okay. But love you, Lolita. I know I'm fucking talking a lot. But she also said, like, yeah, a lot of things that I agree with. And watching her latest video, and then I watched Good Will Hunting. Great fucking movie. Because it's just, I need to gain information from things that speak to me. And in her latest video, she was talking about the, younger generation just being something else. And I don't know if anybody has ever heard of Cody Kai, but when I'm in the mood to just watch something fucking retarded, I watch him, and like he watches or he responds to or comments on like stupid shit. And it's like, yeah, I can understand why the younger generation is so fucking retarded and different from the older generations, because they're becoming something else. They are something else. And in the reading I had with her, I said, like, I feel like a Hodor. I'm Hodor. Like, I'm gonna hold the fucking door for everybody that needs to pass through and be the last line of defense for people that need to pass on. That's why I can't die. Because I need to hold door. But yeah. She probably hasn't watched this far. So it's whatever. I love you, Lolita, but yeah. I asked my cards, what is the future for us? Like, what is the immediate, well, not the immediate, I just asked what is the general future for, like, people like us? Because most people that aren't gonna watch this are just, but just whatever. But what is the future for people like us that would see this? Spiritual people. All right. So I used my Akashic Records Oracle cards with the Urban Crow Oracle, and of course, my Thoth Tarot. All right, so I got Future Lives with Worry and Victory. So, what is the future for people like us? People like me? What's the future for people that are going to toe the line? Your future lives no longer exist. It's all on the table. And there's a worry with spiritual people that are awake that aren't going to take the bullshit of this fucking new age fucking bullshit, that are like, I feel something that's happening, but I don't understand, because you feel your future life is at jeopardy, but you're unsure of what is happening. Well, with worry, it's like your future lives you don't need to worry about, because there is an end to the road. There is something coming that you're not going to be stuck in. There's a victory at the end of the road. So don't worry about what's going to happen, because there's something that's going to happen that you don't need to fucking worry about. Like, it's set, like, it's happening. Because I questioned for a while, like, what timeline are we on? But no, all the bullshit people are talking about, like, yeah, like, it's going down. And then we have memory with, what is this? Eight of Swords interference with the devil. What you remember in this life is not what is actually true with your soul being. Like, what is in your life is what is human. What is in this reality, which is not the truth, which is not what is actually going on in a multi-dimensional, multi-layered type of existence, which you are something that is placed in a 3D existence. So what is happening in your 3D existence is not what is actually happening. So you have an interference with that, and you probably feel it, but you're confused by it. So if you don't listen to what is, like, in your soul, you will be trapped by it. You have to let go. You cannot be trapped. You have to let go. Because this 3D existence and what, you care about in your life and this human form is interfering with being stuck. Because if you hold on to that shit, yes, you will be stuck. You have to see things in a different perspective. And then I have teamwork with the Aeon with the Prince of Wands. So tell me about, what is the truth of what's going to happen, mixed with my feeling of having to hold the door for people to escape. is going to take all the people that are aware of what's going on to escape the energetic bindings that they are stuck in this reality. Is going to take many souls to escape and to understand what is happening. They're going to have to cut the ties and understand that this form that you're in is not the form that you will ultimately take when you leave this form of reality. Like, you have to let go. You can't hold on to everything or you will be stuck. And then we have Cosmic Lives, Distraction, and the Chariot. This universe is so much more than people will in this community be able to explain to you. They will try and lie to you and get you stuck. Or no, you are not stuck. You are a free being. You chose to be here. Which, yeah, that may differ from some of these other people that are smaller channels that are trying to speak out, but there are different perspectives. But there is such a wide fucking web of and layers of things that are happening that there's so many different perspectives that can be true that you cannot discern from, because anything that can happen will happen. So you have to follow your own heart into what your personal experience will be, what you yourself are here for. And we have Distraction, which all of the shit that's going on is going to try to distract you from your own personal journey, your own personal mission. And you cannot allow that shit to happen. With the Chariot, like, that's just gonna be fast moving in the next couple years. Like, that shit is gonna be like, bitch, like, you think you know what you want? Like, nah, you're human. Like, I got you. Like, I got you here. Like, I know what you want. No, you can't listen to that shit. Like, you can't be distracted from that shit. Like, you gotta listen to what the fuck your cosmic being, your highest self, your heart tells you to do, not be distracted, and just move forward with what that tells you to do, because they're going to try to distract you and get you off your path. So, yeah, I know that I never fucking think I make sense, but that's what I got. So, hopefully that makes sense. The future that people have to look forward to is not a future that is being presented. And I know many different people are talking about so much fucking shit, but they all have the same tie of something really fucked up is about to happen in the next couple years. So I've thought about, different timelines and all these different people, thinking of, connecting with different timelines. And people can interpret things differently. Like, if I saw a picture of something, like, I would interpret it a certain way and someone else would interpret it completely different from the way I would interpret it. So you have to take in mind that people talking about these types of things are going to interpret it differently from the way it actually is. So I can't tell you that's how it is. Like, that's just, bleh. But I can tell you that's the way I see it. Like, something's about to happen. Like, all these people talking about things that are about to happen in the next few years. Like, yeah, something's about to happen, but it's the interpretation of the individual that you need to pay attention to, because the interpretation is in the mind, and what is happening is something that is so large of scale that you can't take just one interpretation and trust it fully. You have to take your own interpretation into account, and this probably sounds so fucking confusing, but I'm not gonna fucking tell you that I know exactly what's going to happen or I know what's going on, because I fucking don't. And it's hard for people to fucking say that. And I'm just, something's about to happen, and that's all I fucking know. My interpretation may be different from other people's, and anything that can happen will happen. Like, you don't know anybody's perspective is the right direction. So just take it into yourself, take it as advice that shit is about to go down. So just listen, like, shit's about to go down. And you need to understand that whatever you are feeling is a part of what you're supposed to do. So do what you need to do. Fuck all these people that are telling you what you should do. You know what you need to do. So do what you need to do. Fuck what anybody else tells you what they need to do. Do what you feel you need to do. I feel I'm a hodor. I'm a hold the door. And I'm a fucking protect all the people that need to come through the fucking door to escape this shit. I'm the last line of defense. That's me. What are you? That's the question. Ask yourself, what are you? All right. Love y'all.